Hey friends!
Hey friends!
Welcome to our channel.
Welcome.
It is a long overdue, but we are here. We're finally here. This is an official welcome to our YouTube channel. It's a little video about us and then some questions that we are going to answer from our Instagram. First, what will you find on our channel? You'll find vlogs. We're going to do some fun challenges with Lego, climbing, running, just kind of fun stuff that we do on the side. But we're in our little baby phase right now. There will probably be a lot of changes over the next few months, but that is what we have right now. I'm Danielle.
And I'm Nathan.
I feel like people always ask how we met. Do you want to go into that?
Met while we were in college. Yeah, and then from there, we've lived together now for 5 years.
Yeah, pretty much. A few months in, I was like, I'm moving in. Not actually. It was more just like we always wanted to... Yeah, we always wanted to be together.
She still had to pay her own rent, unfortunately.
How did we end up in Austin? So every time we would visit, we would be very upset when we would have to leave just because it's very catered to us as people. It's got a lot of outdoor activities, climbing, running, great community. It's weird here, which is perfect for us. So we moved to Austin in the summer of 2022. We figured it was a great time to come here.
It was like a combination of things.
Yeah, rent was increasing where we were. We weren't unhappy, but we wanted something different. We wanted something new. Only live once, that's what they say. And we figured, let's try something new. While we're young, try things out. I think it's a good time to go into our why. Why are we creating? What's the point of the channel? Want to go into that?
I feel like we've both kind of always wanted to be content creators of some sort. Like Danielle's, I'll let her go into her past, but like with me, like I grew up on YouTube. I watched a lot of like couples vlogs, I guess, so that's kind of what led us here. Prior to that, I was like, maybe we'll start a climbing page. Like we kind of started a climbing page together, didn't really go anywhere. Now we're here. A good thing to note is like after we started creating, we continued creating because it was like a lot of fun. Creating content has also brought us close together,
yeah,
in my opinion.
So like he said, I've had other things that pushed me into social media. I've had different accounts on Instagram and TikTok, and it was always fun, but it wasn't fun like this. I didn't get to do things with him that just make it more fun. And like he said, this brought us closer together, which just makes it a lot more meaningful. Let's get into the questions. So he didn't ask me anything on our Instagram
poll,
which I'll put right here.
Or poll.
Yeah, so first question. How long have you been into Lego and who got into Lego first? Why don't you start?
I will start. Since I was into Lego first. For me, it was as early as I can remember. I believe my first sets were like some of the first Star Wars sets to exist. It was like Naboo Swamp, The Final Duel 2. They had some yellow figures, which I still have in the minifigure case, you know, teeth marks and all, because as you're a kid, or when you're a kid, you put the head on and you can't take it off with your tiny little fingers, so you gotta...
Still happens.
Yeah, so I was the one to get into it first, and then I played with Lego probably until around 2008-ish is what I put, just because I know it was probably around sometime after Revenge of the Sith. So yeah, my Lego Dark Ages started in about 2008 and continued till 2022, but we'll get back to that right about now.
Because my answer is I've been into Lego officially since December 2022 when he got a set for Christmas. And I do have a funny backstory. As a kid, I did used to put Lego down the vent and make a really fun time for my parents when they would have to take it out. I mean, I did play with it as a kid. I think a lot of kids didn't really know what it was. And now we're here. So yeah.
What was your first set? Ooh, I got ahead of myself there a little bit.
So I think you kind of answered that, but why don't you...
The 1999 Star Wars sets. Danielle put Luke getting arrested.
You told me to put that. We didn't remember the name. Final
Duel, Roman numeral 2,
yeah.
Naboo Swamp.
Yeah.
And then probably my favorite set I had as a kid was the Anakin's like Jedi Interceptor, which we still have that on our shelves too.
For me, I guess technically it was his gift, but we kind of combine our collection and it's all of ours.
It's kind of hard to walk in here and be like, this is mine.
Yeah, I buy a set for his birthday, it's my set as well.
She bought the cantina for me for my birthday, but now we're building it together. So really it was like
it's ours.
You know,
And then what was your first set? For me, technically you could say Groot and the Mando helmet because that's what he got. But my first set that I really bought for myself was the A-frame cabin. We're outdoors people, and it was really also the first time that I said, I don't always need to get just Star Wars sets. Let me try something new. And unfortunately, that caused the Lego addiction to get worse.
Yep.
But it's okay. Next question. What is your most recent set? So that just changed.
The Mos Eisley Cantina. It is our most recent purchase.
And our most recent that we've worked on. So I guess that answers the question.
What made you start collecting Lego?
And a short answer.
Yeah, mine is basically, so I was a pre-med student. I was trying to go to medical school and I studied a lot, spent a lot of time at a desk, and all throughout college, you know, shopping at Target, just kind of passing by the Lego aisle, and I constantly say to myself, like, those helmets are so cool. Seeing them in the Lego aisle, I was like, that would go really cool on a desk, and I'd love to stare at that while I study.
Motivation.
You know, and it never happened, and then kind of like she said, 2022, I was being asked what I wanted for Christmas, and I was like, phew. This is the first year I really was like, I have no idea. So I went ahead and finally put some Lego helmets on there, and here we are.
And then for me, the short answer is Nathan. He got me into Lego, and I'm forever thankful that you put that on your list because it's been a journey.
Top 3 favorite Lego themes.
So just gonna put this out there. We're gonna cheat because there's 2 of us. We're able to take our 6 and split them. Star Wars. That's our number 1 for both of us, but we'll pretend it's just for him. Ideas.
I have ideas and then Marvel, but then I was like, I feel like I took the 3 best ones. Like if we had to choose 3 favorites, both of us, they would probably be the same, and they would probably be Star Wars, Ideas, Marvel.
But
or
it's hard because Harry Potter is gorgeous.
The third position is honestly like Star Wars and Ideas are for sure top 2. Number 3 is like Marvel / Icons / Harry Potter / Creator 3-in-1,
especially the
lately. Yes, they have been on one. I don't know. They've been going crazy on those.
I think for us, I know, well, at least for me, the Creator 3-in-1 really embodies Lego for what it is. The fact that you can have 3 sets in one. So these amazing designers can find a way to take a set and make 3 out of it, and they all go together. So I think that's just like a huge plus to that. Next question. So favorite Lego set you've built, and that kind of also goes into if you had to get rid of your whole collection but could only keep one set, which would you choose? But the answers are a little different for me, at least.
So favorite set that we've built,
what's yours?
To completion so far, the Daily Bugle.
So that's okay. So both of us, Daily Bugle.
Ooh, we're working on that Cantina, and one of the biggest things I loved about the Daily Bugle was like the sliding glass door on the front, and that sliding door on that Cantina slides up. It is so cool, and the more time I spend building it, the better it gets. So I think
that's your choice.
I think that Cantina is creeping up on the Bugle.
It's been a great experience.
We have the UCS Millennium Falcon, and I could see that creeping up there as well, but we'll see.
What set, if you had to get rid of your whole collection, what would you keep?
Gosh, that would definitely be between the UCS Millennium Falcon and the Cantina, and that would be a hard choice. The Cantina has more figures and they're more unique, but the Falcon is the Falcon. How could you not keep the UCS Falcon?
And for me, I would keep the UCS Falcon, not just because it's the biggest and the most expensive, but because it embodies Star Wars. Probably one of the best sets to embody Star Wars for what it is. Everybody knows what the Millennium Falcon is. Dream Lego set, past or present?
The dream set in the past, Mos Eisley / UCS Millennium Falcon again.
You got both.
I put down Mos Eisley because I honestly never thought that I would get the UCS Falcon. But I got both now, so I'm pretty good on my Lego purchases for a while, probably, when it comes to Star Wars.
And then for me, retired, I would do anything for that Ewok village. I've seen it in person, and it made me want it even more, which is just not good for me, because I'll probably find a way to somehow get it one day. And for future, I'm looking at that Avengers Tower. It's looking great. It is a little repetitive, but it looks beautiful. And then any UCS that they might come out with in the future, like any
UCS Star Wars, yeah.
Clone Wars.
We also put any set that comes with Ezra.
Yeah.
We need an Ezra, and we both love Ezra.
Next question, goals for socials and general content this year. So we'd like to hit 10K on Insta by September 1st, our 1 year of making our account.
1K on YouTube by the end of the year.
Our goals in general, create more long form. And then, like we mentioned, we want to get into more content that has to do with things that we love on the side, like running and climbing.
Yes. How do you guys have motivation to work hard at YouTube knowing it takes time to climb up? Ooh, I like that we put climb up because that is a good metaphor. Like climbing, if you went to climb El Capitan, which is like a 3,000 foot mountain, and you started the climb and you looked up and said, wow, this is 3,000 feet. It's probably gonna seem a little overwhelming. So a good metaphor there is like when I start a 3,000 foot climb, I don't look up. I don't look down and I don't look up. I just look at where my foot goes and where my hand goes. And you keep doing that for, a few hours, and then all of a sudden, a couple thousand feet off the ground, less 1,000 feet to go, and that's my metaphor.
That's a good way to put it. I guess in other terms, you got to start somewhere.
Yep.
Hard work pays off. And even if it doesn't really pay off the way you want, we still have fun. And that's really what matters at the end of the day. But it's a journey. And you really do have to start somewhere and trust the process.
Hobbies outside of Lego. That leads us into that pretty well because climbing, obviously, running,
Yep.
outdoors, hiking, and then me, more of my like solo ones, video games and woodworking and reading.
And then for me, my specific ones, piano and singing, photography. And then I do like cooking. We are plant-based, so it's a little fun thing for me. Oh, and then going into a little bit more detail with our outdoor activities. We do love hiking, paddleboarding, obviously outdoor climbing. So yeah. And then, kind of random question, but favorite movie?
We split this into categories. So we're doing our favorite Marvel movie, our favorite Star Wars movie, and then our favorite general movie. So I'm pretty sure our answers are like roughly the same.
So Marvel, Spider-Man, No Way Home, it's just the best.
Doesn't get better than 3 Spider-Mans in one movie. Like, you don't have to decide which Spider-Man's the best because they're all there. Star Wars, Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith.
Another one. That's just the answer.
Yeah.
That nothing's better than that.
The becoming of Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
there's
a
just
story.
so much. And
Yeah.
like that movie start to finish is just like, whoa. That's insane.
It is an emotional roller coaster, though.
Insane.
You watch it hoping that
it's upsetting. It is
you
super
think
upsetting.
maybe this time he won't go to the dark side, but it's always the same and it's always depressing. Your
General
favorite?
films, I put Pulp Fiction, but really like pretty much there's a lot of Quentin Tarantino movies that I could put there.
I struggle to pick my favorite movie, but growing up, Toy Story was my favorite, so I will say that. Favorite Star Wars character, I think it's a good time to go into that.
It's always tough, always changing. Probably as a kid, it was originally Obi-Wan from episode 1, and then sort of episode 2 kind of changed it to Anakin, and then I have currently Yoda, because Yoda was in the sequel movies, and I thought he was hilarious as a sassy little old Force ghost. And Yoda's just Yoda, mysterious little green man.
For me, Anakin and Kenobi goes back and forth. Our dog is named Kenobi, so I think originally probably Kenobi, but I have my little place for Anakin. So those were all the questions. Huge shout out to everybody who took the time to ask us these questions on Instagram. We really appreciate the support. And going into that, we want to say a huge thank you to everybody who supported us.
Until now.
Huge shout out to everybody who has supported us until now. We really just want to express our gratefulness. I don't think words do it justice.
We wouldn't be here on YouTube if it wasn't for you guys.
Yeah. Please make sure to subscribe if you like our stuff. There's a lot more to come. If you can, hit the like button, share.
Smash the likes button. Smash the subscribe button. Other than that, welcome to our page.
Look for our next few videos. We're going to have some vlogs, but we're also going to do a room tour. Thank y'all for being the best.
Thanks for checking in.